So, hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be sorting out these light bars that are stuck on this truck. Unfortunately, they're not very well fitted. So let me show you them. So there they are. Unfortunately, these light bars are not very well fitted at all. Let me turn them off and show you. So at the moment they are actually hooked up with the ignition, so you can't turn them on with the ignition off. Just turn it off. There we go. Oh, by the way, this is actually a bonnet, it's not a hood. Well, if you live in the UK, that is, anyway. So we'll lift the hood, bonnet, yeah, whatever you'd like to call it, we don't care. And let me show you how really bad these have been wired in. All right, so I did give them a wipe. Now what I don't like about these is that already you can see this is not great. They've just been sort of like self-tapped in. So these are the brackets for the big ones. It's not even, this is sharp, it's not even it's just a lash up, yeah. Right, we're rubbing on the radiator. Yeah, this side's the same. Look, we've just got, let me show you this bottom one. So it's got a bit cloudy, but yeah, got a bit of support there. Now this is the wiring. Let's move on to the wiring. Yes, this looks like household electrical wire to me. Okay, around here, I don't know what this is, by the way. This is not to do with them. I think somebody's had something else on here, like some running lights or something. So when you put the ignition or headlamps on, it was just running little LEDs or something in here. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to disconnect all that. Right. Yes. Yes. So that gives you an idea of what somebody was thinking, yeah. Now, I mean, I like the light bar. I like the big light bar. I'm not so bothered about the little one, but I like the big one. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking it all off completely, yeah, and then I may refit this big light bar. Probably not today. I might do this more in the summer when it's nice and hot out here, and refit this sort of where this one is, if you know what I mean, and then do away with the little one, or not bother at all. I haven't decided yet, but it's just, there's, as far as I'm aware, there's no fuse in this either. You know, it's not even fused, so I don't know, it just looks horrific. I mean, what was somebody honestly thinking? Yeah, this is, you know, whoever did this, you know, it's a proper Mickey Mouse job, I'm gonna be honest with you. And, you know, I really like this truck. And people always say to you, can I have a look at the bonnet and things like that? And then they see this monstrosity that someone else has done, and they automatically look at you and think you did it. And I'm not the one who did this here. I'm just the person here now who's trying to sort this out. So, like I say, I'm thinking, like I say, take it all off, strip it off, just start again with it. And then in the spring, get a proper wiring kit where you can get off eBay with a fuse circuit and everything. Refit the bigger light, but slightly lower down. Job's a good one. Now, I don't like electrical things. Now, if you've watched my previous videos, you know I don't like electrics, and I don't like messing around with electrics because I don't know what I'm doing. I can do many things, but this is one thing I really don't know what I'm doing with. So, bear with me. So the first thing I'm going to do is disconnect it off the battery. Yeah? I just don't like how it's been put on. To me, it's just rubbish, yeah. It looks pretty dangerous. I don't know. It just doesn't look. It all just looks a lash up, yeah. And I'm not a fan of this sort of thing. It's like down here. Look, we seem to have a break in the wire here somewhere. You know, it's just not right. You know, I mean, you can set fire to cars and things with things like this, and I'd rather strip it out and start again and do it properly. But yeah, let's get going. Let me get it disconnected off the battery, and then we'll get these out, yeah, and then we're gonna get the wire back under the dash. Now, I've looked under the dash. Now, this truck came from Japan, so it's been in America, then somebody imported it to Japan, and now it's here in the UK. So it's done. It's been a fair. You know, it's been. Well, let's be honest. There's been more countries than most people's Dodge Rams. So behind the dashboard, there used to be. Well, on the bottom of the dash, there used to be like this box thing. Because apparently in Japan, I know I've never been to Japan. My sister lives there, but I've never been there. You can have a box that you put like a card in, and when you go through toll booths, it automatically charges you. I don't know, something like that. But anyway, somebody took this box out, but left all the wires in. So I've got to sort of go through a bit of that as well. So I thought if I take the light bars off first and track my way back, and then work my way back. So I've disconnected the battery. What this is, I don't know. This is something else I'm going to have to look into, because I'm not sure if that is actually... I think that's something that's been added on. Like I say, because it was in Japan, it's had one of them card reader things on. Now this, I think this is actually something where somebody has spliced this in, and it's like LEDs or something that run, when you put your side lights on, it put LEDs on, because there's one also this side. Yeah? So that's what I think these are. So I'm just going to take them off as well while I'm here. Like I say, this is just unbelievable. Yeah, so this may take me a while, but yeah, it's like this. It's just unbelievable. I dread to think all they've done there, you know, for a fact, is just wound the wires together and just, yeah. So let me get all this off. I'm going to cut this off, take the wire out, and then we'll unbolt these. All right. Now we know what the cable tie was for. Yeah, this is looking more dodgy the more I'm taking it apart. Right, let me get all this off and I'll come back. So look, somebody actually went to the effort of soldering it. Yeah. Right, let's get this all, I'm just going to cut this off, and then we're going to take the wiring off and then take it off the back of the dashboard. So something I haven't mentioned, which I think I've forgotten actually, there is actually a reversing camera on this truck that somebody has fitted that goes on your rear view mirror. But they're so bright, these sort of things actually give me a headache. That's why I've just pulled the plug out and, and used the original rear view mirror. So some of the wiring may actually be for that as well. So we don't want to disturb none of that. But yeah, what I'm going to do now, that's all off. It's all on the floor down there. So what I'm going to do now is just sort out this. Yeah. Like I say, it's like somebody's had a few extras on this, and when they sold it, they took them off first. But they didn't bother tidying up first, if you know what I mean. So we're going to take that off, this side and the other. Then we're going to take the light bars themselves out. And yeah, then we're going to do the bit under the dashboard. It's the bit I don't like doing, to be honest. So the light bars are out. Now I'm actually quite glad these are out, because actually it was so horrific. I just can't believe how bad someone had fitted these. I mean, even for your own self. I mean, if you're working on your own truck and you catch yourself on that is really knife sharp, nearly. Yeah. Why you'd want that and not, I don't know, I don't get some people. It's like doing half a job, isn't it? So what I need to do now is go inside the car and sort that part of it out. And yeah, go from there really. To be honest, I think it looks a bit better with it gone anyway. Yeah, I think it does actually. But yeah. So the wiring under here is a complete mess. Now, there was a box on here that you put your card in for when you went through a toll booth. Now, I've just been looking at the wires. I've just undone all the clips and stuff, right? Because we're going to have to go through this. Because what there is a switch just there. Well, that switch doesn't do anything. And I've just found a wire here that goes up there that's connected to nothing. Look at this, is rusted here, isn't it? That's connected to nothing. So that's why that switch does nothing. Now, what I have noticed is, look at the fuse for them lights. Look at that. That is bad. So I'm actually glad I'm taking all this out. So this is all for those light bars. But there is a fuse in line, but look at that. Unbelievable. Well, I would say this wiring was to do one light bar, not two. I might be wrong, I don't know. I'm not an expert on this, but this is the wire it's cut off. It seems to go up the pillar, so I'm presuming that's the one that goes into there. Right, there's a lot to this. I don't like wiring. So let me just get the main bit unplugged and pulled out, and then we'll get the rest of it gone. Somehow I've worked out a few things. So this thing here with the yellow wire that goes up into here, this bundle of joy, that is, oh dear, hang on, this blue light for the alarm, and this light's blue, that's what that is. So we've worked out what that is. Now this here, this bundle of joy, is for the camera system that someone's fitted. Whether I'm going to keep that in eventually, I don't know. I might not take that out straight away, but that's what that is. Now what this is, I don't know. It's like a little button on there, but it doesn't do anything. And it doesn't, can't work out where it's going, to be honest. I've got to look into that one, because I can't see at the moment. But it's rubbish, let's be honest. Some of this is awful. I'm going to be here ages sorting this out. I can see it, right? Look how crude that was drilled through there, look. Yeah. My gosh. Didn't even take this bit of plastic off. Yeah? I think you'd have filed that off, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? So yeah, what I'm going to do now is we're going to disconnect this. Oh, there's the green wire, it's fell off. There's the one that's fell off. So let me just disconnect this. I've got the engine running. I hate doing electrics under dashboards. I'm always scared it won't go again. I'm actually feeling a little bit better now, because I do actually feel like I'm getting somewhere with this, because this is not... Oh dear, hang on. Might just turn it off. Yeah. Oh yes, I don't know what's binging. I left the key in, haven't I? Right, let me just what on earth someone's done here with this. There we go. That's, what's that fella out there? Don't know, but it's got some Japanese writing on it. Let me put that back in, because I think that is the camera wire myself. Oh, it's not as bad as that Jaguar dashboard I was under once. That was a game, I tell you. Why and change that ECU computer box in it? Oh my gosh, it's a bit easier than that, because it's sort of a decent height, but it's still a little bit tricky, right? You know. Right, that earth's back on. I believe that is the camera. That one is the alarm system lights, just to flash up saying it's on. I'm quite happy to keep that one, because I quite like that, but I probably might tidy it up a little bit better than the last person did. This, what on earth is this? This is what I'm dealing with. Look at this, look. I just don't understand the logic of somebody's workmanship here at all. I don't get it. What were they thinking? Honestly. Like, this is... I don't know where that's going. I don't know. But that goes... What on earth? So that went into the relay thing. This... Where on earth does that go? It's like somebody's put everything into one, you know, like one lot of wiring. I don't get the... Right, that's gone now. That's it. That's gone forever now. Let's get this out of here. Hang on. Oh, I'm still connected. No, I'm not. No. Right, that's them. Right, that's now gone. Right, that's gone forever. Now, there's a nice switch on here, a nice blue one. Sorry if the light's a bit bright. I'm using one of these things. But I'm going to keep that because I may fit something else in there. I'd like a train horn, yeah, one with the little compressor tank. Who wouldn't? Yeah. Anyway, I'm not buying that yet. That'll be a summer thing because I'm not staying out freezing doing it. So this switch now theoretically can go back. I've just, you know, I don't mind people putting extras on cars, but at least do it properly, innit? Or half decent. Right, that's back in now. Right, we've got that. So, you see, like, there's bits. Let me show you what I'm on about. Hang on. I don't know what all this is about here. This is for the camera. 100%. This is for the camera. Yeah. So you can see someone's spliced that into the main electrical. This, I don't understand this at all, because it's sort of coming out, and I know this wire here, this is the one I'm sure is going down the back of the car. This is obviously your earth for the camera, or for some of it. This goes up the windscreen pillar to the camera. This, not a clue, to be honest with you. But yeah, so I might leave this one in for now, the camera system one, because I don't know if I'm going to do that today. But what we're going to do next, because this is just like awful. So I don't know, I don't understand what that is there. I don't get that at all. Right, let me just, hang on. So this is actually making more sense now. That little bit of wiring that looks a mess, that is for the fog lamp on the back. There's like a little fog light. Now here in the UK you do need a fog light. Some import cars you always see sort of like a little square one on the back. This has got like a funny shaped one. Don't know, but anyway, it's got a fog lamp on, so that's what that is. So we've got the computer wires, the fog lamp left, and whatever wiring was left that goes to the camera. Yeah. So the camera worked when in fact, let me show you it. The camera did work. Oh dear, hang on. This worked very good. Yeah. I don't know what brand it is or anything. I don't know. I actually have no idea on it. It's actually broken. I didn't realise that. Or is it just unclipped? I think it's just unclipped. I don't, like I say, this is good. Don't get me wrong, these are good, but they give me a headache. Yeah, if I look at the screen too long, my brain starts to hurt. It's like looking at, for me, it's like looking at a computer screen all day. Yeah, it gives me a headache. But yeah, so this does still work theoretically. So I think it beeps and everything else. But anyway, we haven't been using that anyway. That's been sat in here. Yeah, we'll put that back, sat in there. So let me just, there's like a relay or something. I've just got to get that out, tidy it all up, and I'll put it back for now, and then we'll do the camera. We'll sort that out another day, yeah? All right, so bear with me. I'm actually learning more as I'm going along now. So this wire I thought was cut off, that was going to this switch, yeah, isn't. It's not going there. It's going to whatever this is. Oh, it fell apart. Oh, that come off a bit easy in my hand. I don't know what it is, but it's now broken. But it's on the windscreen, and that's now gone as well. So I don't know how I'm going to get that off. I'm going to go and need to get a tool. Unless that was something to do with when you go through a toll booth and that was all connected and it used to automatic, I don't know. This wire here is the one that's for the camera. Yeah? There's a red wire that goes through here. So there's bits and bobs on this, it doesn't make sense. So this red wire must be the one because it's taped. Oh no, I'm telling you rubbish. This red one must be for the lights on the roof. That looks a bit better done than we're getting there now. We're working this out slowly. Right, I've still got to clean the sticky mark off, but obviously that was something to do with Japan, yeah? So this red light, this red wire is for the lights on the roof. This one is for the camera. So we're getting down there now. What that switch is still, I don't know. Whether I'm going to investigate that today or not, I don't know. So there's the relay out. Good. So technically that's all disconnected now. This needs all tidied up because this is actually that's the fog light again. This is the camera system. This little wire here is the little square thing it flashes. Yeah, just there. Which this is your rear fog lamp. So yeah, like I say, this switch now does nothing. But good. So I'm just going to tie this up for now, and then what I'm going to do is just, like I say, tidy it up, and then we'll go into the camera system another day. Because like I say, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing with that yet, but at the moment it looks like it'll be coming out. So I've just seen a funny warning sticker in here right now. I don't know why, but it just made me chuckle, so let me show you. So obviously this is also a seat, yeah, and also a storage box. Look at the picture. I don't know why, it just cracked me up. Who would honestly sit on it like that? But there you go. So I'm glad that I've taken them out, yeah, because I don't know what it was. Every time I open the bonnet, it just looks such a bodge job. I just couldn't handle it. Like I said, I might put the big, what do you call them? Light bars. That's it. I might put the big one in, maybe in the spring with a proper wiring kit. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. It's something, to be honest with you, I wouldn't really use. It's one of them things that I'd always forget to use it, you know. But yeah, so I'm glad I took that out, especially after finding that melted fuse. The other wiring under it makes sense now. I know what's what, so that's made things a bit easier, and I feel a bit happier now. I've had a look as well. But yeah, melted fuse boxes, I mean, that's no good at all, is it? You know, that's dodgy. I mean, you can always, I mean, it's very easy to set a vehicle on fire and things, isn't it? So yeah, that's all done. So I've got to take the camera out yet. I don't think I'm going to use it. I'll be honest with you, they give me headaches at night. Say you drive at night, I find it really glary, and they give me a headache. So I think I'm going to take the camera out, but I'm going to have to do that another weekend because I want to unwire it properly, because I don't really want to just ruin it and throw it away. Because I mean, somebody else I know might want it, yeah, or might even, you know, put it back on the truck one day. So I don't really want to damage that getting that out. Now I've ordered some engine oil and an oil filter, because when you buy a truck from a garage or a car or anything, they've always had an oil change, yeah. Not necessarily the filter, but they've always had an oil change. And the problem with it is, have they put the right oil in? And I would say 90% of the time they never have. They just put any old oil in. It's in the garage. It's always new oil, but I wouldn't guarantee it was the correct oil, yeah. So I've bought the proper oil for the truck and a filter. And I thought, well, if I change it, and hopefully that'll be here in the next week or two, and then I'll change it, and then you know it's good, yeah. I've also got a set of brake pads coming, front and back. Now, you saw the brake pads in the last video. They're not worn out, but they are low. The only thing with them is I can't change them just yet because I want to paint the calipers, and we're in January in the United Kingdom, right? Now, basically I've got to wait 2 months to be able to paint them, because I'm going to paint them outside, you see. So, yeah, we're going to have to wait maybe a couple of months to do that, but it's not desperate anyway. I think red calipers, yeah. I like red calipers. Yeah, I think it looked really good, red calipers. So we're going to do that. And yeah, I'm quite liking it, to be fair. I do like a lot. I mean, I will be honest, this is a very impractical truck in the United Kingdom because the roads here are a lot smaller. But it is awesome. Yeah, so that sort of weighs out. The only problem with them is they don't fit in car parks very well. And you have to be careful what car parks you go in, because some have height restrictions on them. So that's another issue. But I've already measured how tall the truck is, so I know if it's 2.2 metres, I'm all right, yeah. Anything lower than 2.2 is a bit iffy, yeah, so we don't go in there. We park somewhere else, yeah. Generally, they're not that bad on the UK road. I mean, I drive an Arctic lorry, and most roads, you know, most main roads and, you know, motorways and that, they're all right with an Arctic lorry, and this is not that big, so most roads with an American vehicle aren't that bad here. It's just villages are a bit iffy, and sometimes parking in places is a bit iffy. But apart from that, yes, it's good. I actually prefer it, yeah. So yeah, I'll call it for this video, and like I say, next video will be either an oil change or that camera removal or the brake pads. I think the brake pads will be a bit later though, yeah. Also, there's another video coming up on the Jaguar. Now the Jaguar hasn't moved since I bought this because of the car shuffle I have to do to get it out, and I spent all day messing about with this, and then the time it's like, you know, the day's gone, yeah. It needs a new bush on the front. I don't know if I've already shown in a previous video, but we'll get that done. But I might do that when it's a bit warmer, yeah, like in another 2 or 3 months again, because the weather's a bit naff here now until like sort of, what is it now, January, probably March, end of March, April it starts to change. But yeah, like I say, it's not there's a bit of it looks nicer than it is, you know. So thank you for watching, see you all next time. Hello to all the new subscribers, and have a great weekend.